Alright, what is up, guys? King Barlow here, and I am back with episode 21 of me playing high school story. And I hope you guys do enjoy. The story that we're doing this time is the right way. I'm guessing we finna learn how to write. Is this dude a writer? I don't know. He got pink hair though. Why did I give him pink hair? It don't even matter. Hi, Dennis. It's a bright and sunny morning. You stop by the Cafe Express and no Express and see Han sitting alone, glaring at a laptop screen. Hey, Han, you okay? Hmm. Oh, hi, Dennis. I'm fine. Just a little writer's block. This story is my Hydra. Your what? You know, the second labor of Hercules. He cut one head off this monster and two grew in its place. It was this whole big thing. Gotcha. What's the story about? Have you ever read the Five Gates series by Natalia Lay? No. Oh, you should. It's this amazing dark urban fantasy series. Crazy monsters break into our world searching for an ancient artifact. My story is kind of inspired by that. A girl accidentally opens a gate to another world in her backyard and has to find a way to close it before the crazy monsters get out. Well, the monsters are already out. She also has to deal with that. Sounds like a great story. So, what's the problem you are wrestling with? The big question you have to answer in any story: why? Why does the main character do what she does? What's her motivation? I mean, if I saw a big shadow monster, I'd run for the hills and never look back. So why does she come back and fight? Can I read it? Maybe I can help. Hannah's writing a story. Have you ever written fiction before? You read Han's story. I really like it. The main character is so snarky, even under pressure, and the way she lured the shadow monster back through the portal was genius. Do you see what I mean, though? It doesn't feel perfect yet. I guess it does feel unpolished. Your main character does go from freaked out to ready for action awfully quick. Have you had anyone else look at this story? It might be good to get a few different perspectives. I've only showed you so far. It's surprisingly hard finding people to read my work. We have a lot of creative people at this school who love to read your story. Actually, I can think of two we could go show it to right now. A nerd. Let's get Charles on the scene. And Ella. I need some fresh eyes on this story. You and head back to campus where you catch Charles and Ella in the nerd hangout. I seriously can't believe you enjoyed that movie. I can't believe you didn't. The political intrigue, the costuming, the amazing, complicated universe, which were all but ignored in favor of that ham-handed love story. That's the whole point. The idea of a hero rejecting her destiny in favor of a normal life, it's so compelling. Hey Dennis, Han, how do you feel about space operas? Not my genre, I'm afraid. I'm more of a fantasy buff. We were actually wondering if you could give us your opinion of Han's fantasy story. Sure, I'm always happy to do a quick reading for a pal. And I'm always happy to scrutinize every tiny detail of a piece of media. Yay? Charles and Ella read Han's story together on the laptop screen. Oh man, your Shadow Beast just made my top 5 list of the scariest shadow themed monsters. Great atmosphere too. I could really see myself there. Thanks. That's good to hear. Was there anything unclear about the story? Anything you would change? Absolutely. There's one thing that will improve pretty much any story. Oh, and what's that? A big twist ending. That's an interesting take. Did the protagonist's motivation seem clear? Or, oh man, what if the monsters were actually robots or aliens? Or robot aliens? I don't think that would really fit. It's more fantasy than sci fi. Well, you know what they say about oh my gosh, about sufficiently advanced technology. Yeah, I do. I'll think about it. Hey, Han, let me know if you ever want to adapt this story for the big screen. Sure thing. Genesis friends have some interesting ideas for Han's story. Do you ever ask your friends for feedback on your work? Nope. You and Han waved goodbye to Charles and Ella. So was that helpful at all? Not especially. Sometimes people can't get past how they would have written your story. You know? I guess so. What else can we do to spark your inspiration? Just then, hand phone buzzes. Well, that's some convenient thing. My friend is inviting us out for pizza and people watching. Oh my gosh. People's watching? People watching? Is that going to help with your story? You'll see. Come on. Inspiration is all around us. Let's get Kurt on the scene. You and Han head to Pizza Shack. You find Kurt sitting alone in the corner booth. Hi, Han. Dennis. How are you doing today? I'm good. So we are here to watch. To people watch. What the heck? Yes, people watching is a fantastic storytelling exercise. You observe the people around you, notice as many details as you can, then you make up a story about them based on those details. Hopefully, this will help me flesh out my main character. The more I figure out who she is as a person, the easier it should be to understand her motivation. We get to eat pizza while we are doing this, right? Yes, the pizza is essential. Well, I'm sold. Let's go order. After ordering your pizza, you, Han, and Kurt return to your booth. Hey, see that woman over there by the window? The painter? How do you know she's a painter? A lot of people might get some paint on their jeans, but when there are many different colors, definitely a painter. Look at the way she's staring at the leaves, sad but happy at the same time. The leaves remind her of a bittersweet memory. Maybe she was sick a lot of. Oh my gosh. Maybe she was sick a lot as a kid. All those hours oh my gosh. All those hours confined to her bed, watching the leaves swirl in a joyous dance just beyond her window. Now she tries to share the joy of that moment with others through her painting. That's beautiful. Do you come up with that on spot? It's not that hard. Here, look at that guy over there with the nice suit and the huge coffee cup. How does he look? Hmm. He seems pretty nervous. He keeps looking at the door. Maybe he's waiting for someone. And he keeps checking to make sure his briefcase is still sitting by the chair, like he's worried someone will steal it. So Dennis, what's his story? I think he's meeting a spy, waiting for lost love, here for a job interview. The only thing that can make someone that nervous is applying for a job. That makes sense. He probably brought a few copies of his resume just in case. Poor guy, having to talk about yourself in front of other people, I'd be scared too. He got that huge coffee because he couldn't sleep at all last night. The interview is the Oh my gosh, this interview is the chance of a lifetime. What's the job? Teaching modern dance to elephants. Ha! I love it. You should write that down. Dennis and Han went people watching with Kurt. Do you ever make up stories about the people you see? You finish your piece and say goodbye to Kurt. Outside, Han pulls out a small notebook and starts, I think he said writing. I misclicked on accident. So, did this give you any ideas for your character? Yeah, a few. Watching that nervous guy gave me some really great material for the really scary scenes. But I still don't think I have the whole picture. She's scared, but for some reason she decides to face her fears. Which brings us back to the big question, why? Maybe it would help you to read some similar books, learn by example. That's a great idea. Why don't we head over to the library? Libraries are like museums for literary geniuses. You head to the public library and Han leads you upstairs to the young adult section. So my story is an urban fantasy adventure, but really any book with compelling characters will be helpful. Do you always write fantasy? Not always, but I do usually stay within speculative fiction. Do you like spec fiction? I don't even know what that is. Speculative fiction encompasses fantasy, science fiction, and horror. Basically, it's a fiction set in a world where the rules are somehow different from ours. Oh, like a world where dragons are real or something? Yeah, anything magical, supernatural, or futuristic. Or all three at once. Ha, like a spaceship haunted by ghost dragons. Dibs on writing that story. Whoa, I didn't realize writers spent so much time observing and researching. Yeah, I basically try to absorb whatever information I can, whenever I can. You never know when something you observe will inspire you. Yesterday, I watched a spider spin a web from beginning to end. Whoa, just in case you need to write about a spider someday. Sure, or a giant human or a spider monster, or a society of silk spinning fairies, the possibilities are endless. It's an interesting life you lead, Han. Well, it's not all staring at spiders. I do a lot of reading too. Hold up, guys, give me a sec. I need to lay down. Even though I'm gonna start messing up even more, but whatever. Right. That's what we came here for, huh? Let's check some books. Check out some books. Dennis and Hannah are looking for inspiration in the library. When was the last time you checked out a book? You and Hannah gather a selection of books and head down to the lobby where you run into Autumn. Hi guys. Whoa. You're checking out a lot of books. Yeah, we have made Gone Overboard. It's all research materials for a story Han is writing. Plus, book 3 of 5. Hold up. Plus, book 3 of the 5 Gate series just came out, so obviously I had to check out the first two again. You are a fan of Natalia Lay. Do you know about the workshop? Workshop? What workshop? Autumn pulls a folded up flyer out of her bag and shows it to you. The library has monthly workshops where they bring in an author to sign books and give writing feedback. There's an email on the flyer for the story submissions. I was going to go to the one this Saturday because they are bringing in Natalia Lay. Whoa, you were just talking about her earlier. What are the odds? I must have been foreshadowing. Are you going to send her your story? I mean, I have to, right? It's so serpent. I don't even know how to say that. I'm going to go do that right now. I can't believe I'm about to meet my favorite actor. Autumn. Oh, I can't even finish this because I don't even have Autumn at my school. Guys, looks like I'm gonna have to get Autumn into school. So, Mission Nerd Possible. I'm so excited to join your school. So, what do you think? This is where artsy people like you hang out. I love it. It's the perfect place to draw inspiration. Yeah, you can draw anything you want. Horses, fruit, horses eating fruit. Thanks for showing me around, guys. I'm just glad you are finally enrolling. Me too. Dennis is getting artistic. There's still one thing I want to know about. Where did Max get the quadroactily thing he used to spy on us? That thing was seriously high tech. I have an idea, but I won't be able to verify it without going back to Hearst. The guy I'm thinking of always hangs out in the science department. I can meet you there, Autumn. We'll check it out together. No offense, but you're not exactly welcome there. No, I'm not. Which is why I'll need to go in undercover. Oh, look. Got a new freaking story. Now, well, I still ain't got Autumn. What the heck? This better be her. I'm gonna break somebody's nose. Let's buy one of these babies. There's nowhere to put this. So, know what that means? Gotta buy some land. I wake up in the evening with a big smile on my face. Didn't care what it takes. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell. Hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell. Hope it gives you hell. I like got 'em on. Oh, I like that, boy. She looking sexy. It's a perfect day to go down to the beach. Set up an easel and canvas. Take out my paints. Capture the seaside landscape. On second thought, I may just dive into that water. All right, girl. You looking good. Them legs, though. Hold up. Did it open up another story? Yep. Whatever. I can't believe I'm about to meet my favorite author. On Saturday, you meet Autumn and Han at the library for the workshop. Whoa, I'm glad we got here early. The line is all the way out the door now. Did you submit your story, Han? Yes, I did. Natalia's assistant responded last night saying that Natalia read my story and has feedback for me. Plus, there's an open mic tomorrow night where everyone who submitted stories will read the revised draft in front of an audience. So, that's why you are extra bouncy today? Congrats. I thought I was excited, and I'm only here to get a book signed. You must be ecstatic. You quickly reach the front line. You reach the front of the line, and Natalia beckons hand forward. Ep, wish me luck. You and Autumn watch as Han talks to Natalia. They've been talking for a while. Do you think it's going well? I don't know. I can't see Han's face. Look, Natalia's handing back a stack of paper. That must be Han's story. Han accepts the papers from Natalia and walks towards the exit. Hey, Han, where's he going? Do you think something's wrong? Should we go after him? You stay. It's your turn to get your book signed. All right, if you are sure. You follow Han outside the library. Hey, how'd it go? See for yourself. Han hands you the story. Whoa, she wrote all over it. There's barely any white space left in the margins. And the last two pages are her general critique. She really didn't hold back. It's not all bad. She says here that your whole word building is really strong, but she thought my plot was messy, and she hated the scene where the protagonist stops to get ice cream in the middle of the apocalypse. Oh, I like that scene.
It's okay, Dennis. If Natalia Leigh says these things need to change, then I trust her judgment. Hans' favorite author gave Han some tough feedback. How do you deal with criticism? I better head home. I have a lot of edits to make. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at school. Sure thing, see ya. I have so many changes to make. The next morning, you and Autumn find Han on campus typing ferociously. How's the revision going? Great. I think I've managed to implement everything that Natalia wrote on my story. Are you busy? The open mic is in a few hours, and I love to run my changes past you guys. Of course, we'd be happy to. You take the laptop from Han and start reading. You and Autumn read through Han's second draft. Well, do you think I fixed everything? It's good, I guess. Your words are like a spear through my heart. What's wrong with it? Honestly, I think it's a lot better before you made all these changes. What? But you said it was unpolished. I know, but it was so unique. You wrote a really fresh take on the whole girl who saves everyone thing. Now, everything that made it your story is gone. It does sound a lot like Natalia Leigh's prose. She may have well written it herself. Isn't that a good thing? Natalia Leigh is a great writer. Yeah, but you just can't let someone else take over your story. Do you want people to read your work and say that it sounds just like Natalia Leigh? No, I don't. Han takes back the computer, reopens the rough draft file, and deletes the revised draft. Okay, draft 2, take 2, here we go. Han is revising a story. Think it'll be perfect this time around? After school, you get a text from Han. The hour of truth has come. Meet me where it all began. So, Cafe Express. I'm going to assume Han means Cafe Express. I think this could be my final draft. You arrive at Cafe Express just as the open mic is about to start. A podium has been set up with a microphone in one corner of the cafe. Hey Dennis, you are just in time. Here, I got you a coffee. Thanks. Did you get your revisions done? I did, and this time I took your advice about taking advice. Meaning you didn't take Natalia Leigh's advice? Meaning I took some of her advice, but not all of it. And did you finally work out the protagonist's motivation? You're about to find out. I'm up first. Natalia Leigh walks up to the podium and welcomes everyone to the open mic. Then she calls Han forward. Thanks for coming, everyone. My story is called The Garden Gate. The crowd sits in rapt silence as Han reads. Emma watched the portal snap shut with a sound like thunder in reverse. The Shadow Beast's final threats rang in her ears. The gate would open again in time, but when it did, she would be ready. The end. Han steps down from the podium to enthusiastic applause. Pausing to talk with Natalia Leigh before returning to your table. Well, what did she say? At first, she wasn't happy that I left in the ice cream scene. Oh yeah, why you end up bringing it back? When I realized last night that the scene is the key to Emma's motivation, it's the hinge on which the story turns. Oh right, because whenever she was upset, ice cream magically made everything better. So when the world's about to end and nobody believes her about the monsters, right, she automatically gets ice cream, but of course this time it doesn't help. Then when she realizes there is no magical cure, she has to fix the problem herself. Anyway, Natalia begrudgingly admitted that once the plot was smoothed out a bit, it became clear why that scene was important. Nice. Sounds like your rough draft has been polished to a brilliant sheen. Ha! Nice metaphor. Most importantly, you've written a story that's a total Han original. You've got a really unique voice. Thanks for helping me find it. Han's story is finally done. Do you think it had a satisfying conclusion? You and Han sip your coffee and listen to the rest of the writers read the stories. So, now that your story's done, what are you going to do with yourself? Get started on the next one. Duh. Got anything in mind? I had this one idea for a story about a painter who loves to watch leaves swirl in the wind. Oh yeah? And she's secretly a robot. I can't wait to read that one. We're going to help out Ella next. Alright guys, hope you did enjoy this episode, and I will see y'all in episode 22? I'm pretty sure that's the next one. And hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and I will see y'all in the next. Peace out.